Friends, gather round. Today we embark on a journey into the digital frontier. This week we're diving headfirst into the wild world of cryptocurrency. It's a realm where digital coins and assets are the new gold rush. Why? Because Donald Trump, in a move surprising to absolutely no one who's ever met him, has decided to make a splash. His latest venture is as bold as it is controversial. He's created something called the U.S. Strategic Bitcoin Reserve. Imagine a digital vault, brimming with Bitcoin, under the watchful eye of the U.S. government. It sounds like something out of a dystopian sci-fi movie, right? A futuristic concept that blurs the lines between reality and fiction. Well, buckle up because reality just got a whole lot more interesting. The roller coaster ride of cryptocurrency is about to take a new turn. This isn't just about Trump being Trump, though. It's about a broader narrative that involves the future of digital currency and national strategy. This is about Bitcoin, the digital currency everyone's been talking about. It's the buzzword in financial circles and tech forums alike. Some say it's the future of money, a revolutionary shift that could redefine how we think about currency and transactions. Others think it's just a fad, a bubble waiting to burst, leaving behind a trail of financial ruin. But one thing's for sure, it's volatile, it's confusing, and now, thanks to Trump, it's a matter of national strategy. The stakes have never been higher. So, is this just another Trumpian publicity stunt? A move designed to grab headlines and stir controversy? Or could this be a game changer for the U.S. economy? Let's break it down. Join us as we explore the potential impacts and the future of this bold initiative. Before we get into the nitty-gritty, let's talk about Bitcoin. Imagine a currency that doesn't exist physically, like dollars or euros. You can't hold it in your hand, but you can use it to buy things online. It's decentralized, meaning no government or bank controls it. It's based on something called blockchain technology, which is basically a digital ledger that records every Bitcoin transaction ever made. Now, Bitcoin has had its ups and downs. Its value can fluctuate wildly. One day you're sitting on a digital gold mine, the next you're wondering if you should have just invested in Beanie Babies. But despite its volatility, Bitcoin has gained some serious traction. Major companies are accepting it as payment. Governments are starting to take notice. And now the US is creating its own Bitcoin reserve. So what exactly does this executive order do? Let's break it down step by step. Well, for starters, it officially establishes the US Strategic Bitcoin Reserve. This is a groundbreaking move as it marks the first time a government has created a reserve specifically for a cryptocurrency. Think of it like Fort Knox, but instead of gold bars, it's filled with lines of computer code. This digital treasure trove will be stored securely, much like the gold reserves of old. This reserve will be funded by Bitcoin seized by the government, mostly from criminal activity. Over the years, law enforcement agencies have accumulated a significant amount of Bitcoin from various operations. That's right. Drug lords and cybercriminals are inadvertently helping to build America's Bitcoin stash. It's an ironic twist that the very people trying to undermine the system are now contributing to its financial future. The order also states that the government won't be buying any additional Bitcoin for the reserve right now. This means the reserve will grow solely through seizures and not through market purchases. This little detail caused quite a stir in the cryptocurrency world. Investors and analysts have been debating the implications of this decision. Some see it as a lack of commitment, while others believe it's a smart move to avoid manipulating the market. By not purchasing Bitcoin, the government avoids driving up prices artificially. The stated goal of the reserve is to maximize value for the American taxpayer. This could mean holding on to the Bitcoin until its value increases, or using it in strategic ways to benefit the economy. How exactly that will happen is anyone's guess. The future of Bitcoin is uncertain, and its value can be highly volatile. But one thing's clear, Trump sees Bitcoin as a potential asset, not just some digital fad. His administration is betting that Bitcoin will play a significant role in the future of finance. Whether that's a stroke of genius or a recipe for disaster remains to be seen. Only time will tell if this bold move will pay off, or if it will be remembered as a misguided venture. Section 4, Bitcoin's future. Boom or bust. Predicting the future of Bitcoin is like trying to predict the weather in a hurricane. It's anyone's guess. Some analysts believe this executive order could be the catalyst that sends Bitcoin's value skyrocketing. They point to the fact that government recognition lends legitimacy to the cryptocurrency. Others are more cautious, arguing that Bitcoin's inherent volatility makes it a risky investment. Statistics paint a mixed picture. Some reports predict that the global cryptocurrency market could reach over $10 trillion by 2025. That's a lot of zeros, but others warn of a potential bubble, where the value of Bitcoin could plummet just as quickly as it rose. Section 5. Experts weigh in. Risks and rewards. As with any controversial issue, there's no shortage of expert opinions on the U.S. strategic Bitcoin reserve. Some, like David Sachs, a White House advisor on cryptocurrency, applaud the move. He called it a digital Fort Knox and emphasized the potential for maximizing taxpayer value. Others, like Charles Edwards of Capriol Investments, are more skeptical. He dismissed the reserve as a pig in lipstick, arguing that it's just a rebranding of existing holdings. Concerns about market manipulation, regulatory hurdles, and the lack of transparency are also being raised. Some experts stress the need for independent audits and public reporting to ensure accountability. The potential for conflict of interest, given the Trump administration's history with financial dealings, is also a concern. Section 6. Main Street meets Wall Street: how this affects you. So what does all this mean for the average American? It's a question that might seem complex, but let's break it down. Well, if you're invested in Bitcoin, this could be huge. The recent developments could lead to significant changes in your investment portfolio. The government's move could potentially stabilize the market and increase Bitcoin's value. This means your investments might see a more predictable growth pattern. But if you're not into cryptocurrency, you might be wondering what the big deal is. Why should you care about Bitcoin if you don't own any? Here's the thing. Even if you don't own a single Bitcoin, this executive order could still affect you. The ripple effects of this decision could touch various aspects of the economy. It signals a shift in the financial landscape, with the U.S. government taking a more active role in the world of digital assets. This could influence everything from how businesses operate to how financial services are provided. This could lead to increased mainstream adoption of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. Imagine being able to use Bitcoin at your local grocery store or favorite coffee shop. It could also pave the way for new regulations and even a digital dollar. The introduction of a digital dollar could revolutionize how we think about and use money. The future of money is changing, and the U.S. is now officially along for the ride. This is just the beginning of a new era in financial technology and digital currency. Section 7. The bottom line: what's next? The creation of the U.S. Strategic Bitcoin Reserve is a bold move, there's no doubt about it. It's a gamble, a leap into the unknown. Whether it pays off or backfires remains to be seen. But one thing's for sure, it's a sign of the times. The world is changing, technology is evolving, and the U.S. is trying to keep up. So what can you do? Educate yourself. Learn about Bitcoin, blockchain technology, and the potential implications of this executive order. Don't just take our word for it. Do your own research, talk to experts, and form your own opinions. The future of finance is being